Hello, my name is CarX82 and welcome back to my GregBlock series. I have done a couple things in between episodes. First thing I have done is sorted out my soul sand production. Let me open this up here. I put a upgrade in there. Don't really need one, but maybe why not. So yeah, our soul sand is doing well. I've changed a couple more pipes, item ducts into impulse item ducts. So these have faster. It doesn't seem like that the thing up there, the extractor is pulling out fast enough actually. Anyway, I think we're good on oil. Anyway, we'll leave it. We'll see what happens. Might need to change this. I took out the hopper and put a servo there. Just because, I don't know, hoppering into pipes, just, I don't know, kind of bothers me for some reason. Mostly just aesthetics. Alright, our batteries are doing pretty well here. They're dropping a little bit because I have all those things running over there, and I have a whole bunch of, I put 54 aluminum in here, put iron in here, so that is just kind of running constantly now. And the other thing I did, I need to move this. Expand my mob farm a bit here. I added a second row. It was getting a bit hard farming up experience. Only one row. And trying to get ender pearls. Because endermen just weren't spawning up, so I just doubled the size of that. Nothing fancy. I thought about building a drop, like a drop tower. But I need the endermen, and then if you're pushing them with water, you teleport, so I just expanded that, and then I can always just keep expanding it if I want. And the reason I wanted to get experience is so I could enchant this mesh, steel mesh, with the Fortune 3. And I need 31 levels for that. I also added a second row of chests. This will be my dust and probably gems. This is my metals and plates. So steel mesh, throw those in there, and hopefully... Oh. That's a whole lot of enchants in there. I didn't particularly want the luck of the sea, because that is going to get me fish out of this thing, isn't it? Well, we'll see. There's a bunch of dust in there. So, Fortune 3, Efficiency 4, and Luck of the Sea, so... we shall see what we get out of this. I'm basically doing it for glowstone. That only used 2 levels. I thought that would have used all 30. Is that normal? That it only used 2 of my levels at level 30? I rarely use vanilla enchanting. Alright, so another thing I did is get these iron, bronze, and tin I'm using. So many different recipes for this. You can use different ingredients like iron, brass, tin, iron, bronze, and zinc. You start using better materials. Use like steel, bronze, and tin. Get 2. Steel, bronze, and aluminum is 3. I don't have a whole lot of either of these. I mean, I can get it easily now. It just takes time. So I just use really simple ingredients: tin, bronze, and iron. And then these. Well, you can put it in the assembler. Not that it really matters, but you can press these into advanced alloy plates. We'll throw those in there, and then a specific amount in my inventory. Now I don't remember what it was. I think it was 4. And you should be able to alloy these together. It'll take a couple minutes, not a couple seconds, not a couple minutes. And that should get me reinforced glass, I believe it is. Yeah, reinforced glass. And this is a quest. Steam Age it was, yeah. So reinforced glass. And then this glass, I believe, is weatherproof. I'm not 100% sure on that. I'll test that in a single player or a test world just to double check to make sure that is weatherproof. But I will be getting more of this eventually. And I'll build a little room to kill the weather in. So I'm kind of working on that. Ender Pearl. 3 now, so that's good. Alright. So I also did this mixer. Basically what I've kind of decided is I'm going to do most of the square quests. Well, all the square quests. I don't know if I'm actually going to do these. It's just kind of using materials just to throw them away. So I haven't quite decided yet on that. But if I do all these square quests, those are the required ones to kind of progress. Whereas like basic brewery I don't really need, but I do need an MV one, so it seems a bit pointless to create the LV one, especially when I can't. Yeah, there's no, if I could melt this down in an arc furnace and I get the materials back, I would, but it doesn't look like that's an option. So I am not 100% decided on what I'm going to do with these. I may do these when I start getting ridiculously large amounts of materials. Alright, so the mixer, let me just do the 3 things. I got materials for the forming press, which is used for AE. And also the air collector. Alright. I'm just gonna drop these down. And I'm running out of places for my LV machines. So this just yeah, this just gets air. And air doesn't even have a UI. Air. Use air, 10,000 air to get nitrogen. So there is a couple other things. You can get nitrogen in a saltpeter or niter. But the easiest way to do is just get it from air. Centrifuging air. Alright, so for now though, I'm just going to leave it there. I don't know how fast that goes. Alright. Should probably use these. I really need to build another line out here for LV machines, but well, forming press can go down here. Alright, let me just throw these all down. So the forming press is used for AE, the where are they? So these are used with surface course plates and with the presses in a forming press. So that's how I'm going to get the circuits for applied energistics, which I'm starting to get close to working towards. So. Surface quartz, yeah. So that is what the forming press, and then the mixer is used for lubricant, I believe. I believe that's the next thing that it opened. Most efficient lubricant in cutting machine is used on almost all assembly line recipes, though you're really far from making that multi-block. Even though it can be made in the distillery, it's the most efficiently made in the mixer by combining oil, seed oil or creosote oil with talc, soapstone, redstone. So redstone's probably the, well, I don't know. Yeah, redstone's probably the easiest, to be honest. So lubricant, just in a mixer with... Oh, I could use creosote, which I've been just kind of throwing out, to be honest. Yeah, that's like half. It's like a half. So yeah, probably. I don't know. I have tons of oil, don't I? Or do I have raw oil? Can you use raw oil? I have raw oil, don't I? Yeah. Hmm. So I could convert raw oil into oil if I wanted to do that, or I can just use creosote. Which I can get from a distillery, or MV distillery, so I don't particularly feel like using that. Wood tar I get from the pyrolith oven, which I use to create charcoal. Or I could just use the creosote that I'm getting from my coke ovens, but I haven't really been using coke ovens anymore. But maybe I should. Maybe I should create another tank. It was 6, wasn't it? This. Steel drum. Yeah. Man, this extruder is so good. I love it. Not having to deal with the dust from the lathe is pretty good. Oop, gotta put those back through. I'm getting pretty good at making this. So let's see if I do. Yeah. The only I've been voiding all this creosote. Let me. I'm trying to, because I'm not going to be using lubricant a lot. Like a lot of the recipes use like 1 or 2 millibuckets, so it's not super difficult. Like I don't have to set up a whole production line just for lubricant. What was I doing? I need wood, that's right. Or I could throw coal in and get coal coke. Just throw that in there. Yeah. Alright, so that'll turn coal into coal coke, and that should, I'm assuming it's going to auto output into this steel drum. Alright, so the other question is, how do I want to see? Talc gives 750. Soapstone gives 750. And redstone gives 750. They all give the same amounts. So. Question is, do I have a lot of? Do I have any? Like soapstone, or where is it? Am I not seeing it? There's soapstone. I do have a lot of soapstone. Yes, let's just write this down. And check this out. So this should, didn't even look. Pulverize it down and crushed. And then I'll just have to clean that myself, I think. Not the fastest. Or I could even... What do I get if I... It's only 3 seconds. Maybe I'll just throw this in the centrifuge. Yeah, this is relatively quick. This is the other way to clean your impure dusts. Throw them in a centrifuge. I usually just throw them in the cauldron with the water. But this is actually... this one's pretty quick. Alright. So I just need one more. Wish there was a way to... I wonder if I can... These are the old hoppers that are no longer removed. I wish you could... Because they're the same materials, I believe, as these hoppers. Yeah, it's the exact same recipe. I may just cheat in. Yeah, let me... I hate cheating in, though. This feels bad. But there's no way to convert these hoppers. I can melt them down eventually if I get an arc furnace, actually. Let me hold on to them, and I will I'll probably melt these down. But let me get... Just make one of these hoppers. Because I think these you can click on an item behind it. It won't cover up the whole thing like the vanilla ones do. Yeah, so there we go. So these hoppers definitely much better. The room is blocking me. Alright, so 1,000. Of course, the recipe for lubricant is 750. Alright. And there we go. I actually need... I won't be able to turn the question. Alright, anyway, so that is lubricant. And then lubricant is used... I can put that in my cutting machine, actually. And it would be better in the cutting machine. Drilling fluid? Is there even a drill in this version? No, I don't see the actual drilling machine this would be used for. But if I put it in my cutting saw, I can actually start cutting my wood, and I'll get 6 planks and the wood bolt. out of it. So I actually won't have to use my own. Keep using this this saw and a thing with 2 planks, which is kind of annoying. Alright, but other than that, speed is the key. I believe, are those for the hoppers? I think it's this. Lapis plate, sugar. I believe these speed up the hoppers. Does this have a... Yeah, I think they go over here and speeds it up. I don't know if I really need... I could just replace all these. Because all of these are the vanilla hoppers. I'm not sure about doing that yet, though. But other than that, I think we're almost at the end of... There are a couple quests I do want to do. Maybe artificial rubber. But that is a whole thing in bisphenol, maybe. Not sure yet. But if I get lube, this is... Looks like this is the last mandatory quest in LV. And there's a couple in the MV age. Better circuit boards and this pyroless oven. Also the autoclave so I can get carbon fibers. And what are these used for? Alright, so like I'm gonna need this. This is kind of like endgame stuff though, isn't it? What's this used for? Fiber reinforced epoxy resin bar. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure what that's used for, but we'll get to that. So let me figure out what I want to do from here, and I'll be right back. Alright, so what I think I'm going to do is build the arc furnace here. I was just talking about it, melting down the hoppers. It is a quest. It is just a, where is it? I forget where it was. Basic arc furnace. It is just a optional quest, but I do quite like the arc furnace. So I need graphite for that. I think it's random stuff that I'm not using is kind of over here. There it is. So graphite. Yeah, just kind of random. Stuff that I've broken down. But I'm going to pull this over diamond dust, another quartz. Those are just kind of good to have around. Alright, so I have my graphite. My steel, I need some tin. Now what do I need for this? I have my 2 circuits because I made a big batch already. Oh, I also checked the sieve. Where did this stuff go? Apparently this has been going into my forming press. That's funny. But I did check this sieve, and it looks like the enchantments don't work in the electric sieve, is what I'm kind of noticing. Because I took them out. If you see, I have fish in my industry and inventory, and I put the sieve over here, and I was getting fish from it. So that kind of is telling me that the enchantments do not work in the electric one. And I think when you get the higher tier sieve, so if I get the MV electric sieve, it'll boost obviously the speed, but I think it also boosts the... Oh my god. I think it boosts the outputs too. Doesn't say on it though, but you can test that out, see if I get some better drops, because I'm still not getting a whole lot of glowstone, which I was kind of hoping I would. Alright, but anyway. What was I? Arc furnace. I need 2, so I need 8. What I wanted? Oh, just 2 4s. There's that. Get that, and then I need... Oh, am I out of 10? Do I have any more over here? I do. Alright, so there's that. Is that everything? Need 3 more steel. My circuits. And alright, so yeah, I had this running almost constantly. And I have full batteries, so that's awesome. The steam obviously does run out when that's working full, so I just don't make enough, but I'm not gonna worry about that now. Alright, so arc furnace. Where am I gonna put this? The question. I rearranged this a little bit. I put the air collector next to the centrifuge, because since I'm gonna get nitrogen, so I can just pump it straight into here. And I moved the cutting machine down here next to the mixer. Born Slippy. So let's... the right. Output. Alright, so there we go. There's our lubricant in my cutting machine, which is perfect. Alright. Also over here, I'm just... Right, I was just putting buckets in there. Haven't decided what I'm going to do with that yet. But this arc furnace now uses a whole lot of power. I really need it like right here. I may just move this. I don't use this very often. Throw it down there. Packager, extractor. I don't really use the lathe anymore. Let me switch these two. Actually, I could have moved the canning machine over there. Alright, anyway, so this arc furnace needs oxygen. Let me... these 2 hoppers. Let's just throw that in there. And for now, I don't... Actually, why don't we do this? And I think it's shift to empty all, yeah, all 3. So there we go. Now this machine is actually pulling 3 amps here. I don't know if this will show. No, it's not really showing, but this is using 3 amps. With the power. No, I'm making enough to put it up so you can't see, but let me show this. Arc furnace. Let me just... I don't have any more hoppers to show on that recipe that I was doing. So it says amperage 3. So this is actually pulling 3 amps worth of power. So I'm assuming, I don't know for sure, but if I had it down on the end of the line, I'm sure it would be out of power. Because it needs 3 amps. 3 amps at 32 EU per tick. And that's how you get the... like it's using 96 EU per tick, but it's only pulling at 32, so it's using LV power, but it's pulling 96 EU per tick. And then obviously 23,000 EU is that divided by that, and you get the time. So this needs to be almost right next to the battery buffer because it won't work with. I'm actually curious, would it work here? If I have one line, like one cable on the battery buffer, would that be not enough power? I'm actually kind of curious. Oxygen is super easy to get, so let me test this out. Let's find out. If I move this right next to it, I'm going to lose the oxygen, unfortunately, but not a big deal. Well, I guess I don't need all that. Alright, so let's put this in there. Oh, I need... What do I put in this, though? I don't... Yeah. Why don't I make a new... Oh, I just put... I need plates, and I just moved this plate bender. I'll make a new hopper. How about we do that? So I can replace the other ones. How many do I have? I have like 4. So why don't we just go ahead and replace all these? And while I'm doing that, we will test this out to see if I was correct in my assumption that one thing away from the battery buffer is too far. It won't get enough power. I could be wrong, but we shall see. Hammer? No. Wrench. Alright, so let's replace, I don't know, this one. Well, replace this one. I think it's like that. No. Yeah, you hit it. You put it down. Block you want. All right. Don't want gravel in there. Well, unfortunately, I don't have any room for this anymore. Just chuck some of this over the edge. Alright, so there we go. So now I have a hopper. So let's throw this in here. It's getting enough power there. If I need to like move it farther down and see. Alright. Now I'm curious how far away it has to be, or how close it needs to be getting enough power. It's 0.3 amps. Alright, I needed to replace those anyway. So, yeah, let's test this out. So I'm probably going to just leave the arc furnace at the very end, right up here, I think, but I don't know, let's move it. Let's try here. So if this gets power, this gets enough power over here, then I am at a loss for how EU Gregtech power works. Yeah, it's getting enough power there too. Alright, well, the more you know. Put all this back though. I'm just gonna leave it down here. That way it's close to the oxygen. Alright, but anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. Next episode, I think I'm going to be starting... I'm looking at... possibly getting into some HVH. I haven't unlocked it yet, though. So I might need to unlock... I have a feeling this is what it... Yeah, because these are the advanced circuits here. So I'm thinking sulfuric acid, which I'm actually getting, epoxy resin sheets, copper foil. So this is actually pretty easy. I don't know why I need the medium. Yeah, I don't know why it's asking me to get the medium chemical reactor. I'm not sure. Is that... Yeah, I don't know why it needs the advanced one. I haven't noticed a recipe that uses that advanced. No, not that. Oh, that is that. But yeah, I'm not... There's a few high voltage ones. Dichlorobenzene. But yeah, anyway, so we'll look into that in between episodes. But yeah, so thanks for watching and have a good one.